Hello folks, this is Audiotron 1003 and I'm going to attempt to do a video on my HE65 triplex bollard. This is a steel bollard, and this one has a no entry aspect on the front and two opal plain aspects, one on each side. I can't get it out much further because I've got a cable running at the back there, and it goes all the way to that red plug just there. So that one there. So basically I don't have too much lead, so what I'm going to have to do is do it from here. So first of all, this is a standard feature. You have the four reflectors at the front, and then we have the no entry aspect, and then the yellow panel. These are made of fiberglass. They're actually printed paper encased in fiberglass, and the same here. But what I've done is, because I wanted mine to look a little unique, I added extra reflector stickers there, and you can see them there. I'm going to have to do this as best I can, so apologies for the hands, but if I tip that down, you can see there it is, and it's so heavy in fact that that's what it's permanently done to my carpet, because it's been here for a good 15 to 20 years. So so that's why I don't want this out too long. And you can see the dust in the background where this thing has been standing near the door. So so that's the other side. This is a very heavy bollard, but it's not as heavy as this K101, which is a similar kind of bollard, just a different shape. But anyway, I'm not going to attempt to make a video of that one because it would be too much trouble. But anyway, this thing, they're very rare if they exist at all these days. Now, I know they were made in Pudsey, and they've stopped making them some years ago. So I'm going to do the best I can with the knowledge I have. And by chance, I still have the original packaging for the key to get into this thing. It's not in here, but basically I'll have to pause the video and find the key to show you what's inside. But before I do that, I'm going to have to go around the back. Okay, so like I say, it's near the door, and at the back of this thing I normally pack junk in there, such as these plastic bags. That's my shirt for the morning. So this is the back, and we have two, if you can see them, they're two square holes, one for each side, and they lock the panel in place. I suspect these might be heat vents. And down at the bottom there's another one. I can't think what else they could be. And down at the side we have the power lead, and this is connected, goes all the way at the back to where the head of my bed is, back there, and that's powered with a standard 3 amp fuse and 240 volt power supply. Since I'm here sort of crouched down, you can see a bit more of the K101, and that's its side panel, so I might as well do that. And this thing here, those are connection plugs for my street lights, so saves a few questions. So as I sort of carefully creep around my own bedroom door, what I'm going to do now is take this panel off and let you see what's inside. So this is the key I was talking about. Now they didn't send one with this bollard, so I asked them nicely if they could send one, and this is the key that they've sent, which came in that package down there. So it's a nice little souvenir for me. So anyway, to get the panel off, what I've had to do is turn this key 1/4 turn, and basically it's unlocked these. So if I can see if I can do this, bear with me. So sorry about that. So basically just 1/4 turn locks it or unlocks it. So anyway, so what I'll do now is pause video again. So this is the inside of the bollard. It's a twin circuit. There's 2 strip lamps, and at the top you have the choke. There's a starter there. There should be another one on the other side. It's actually, if I can do this, it's very difficult. There's actually a bolt right in the center holding it all in place. And let's see, what are these? I think they're 11-watt lamps inside. And then down here, down to the industrial plug, which is disconnected, because what would normally happen is if this bollard was tipped over, that plug would disconnect, that trapdoor thing would snap shut, isolating the electrical supply. But since this thing is connected to my mains, that's just kept there just for completion. See if I can do something about this. Get a bit more light. I may have to pause the video once again and tip this on its side. Okay, I've managed to do that so I can get a better view of the lamp and all of the rest of it. So so if I can get as close as I can, you can see these are the original strip lights for inside. In there's wing nuts and bolts connecting it to the top of the bollard. So that's how you would take this whole thing out. There's a starter. Like I said, there's another one at the back. And then you've got all the wiring and bits and bobs for the 2 circuits. And it goes all the way down to there. Then you have these chains which are connected to this, which would cause the whole thing to shut off if it was hit by a vehicle. Down by the side here, these would be used for this sort of thing, maybe, not too sure. It's actually bolted by this. There's 2 of them, one on each side. There isn't any holes in there. Sorry about this, very difficult. So there's nothing in there. That's a solid wall. So I'm not too sure what these are for, but they obviously have a purpose, and I've used one of these for my purpose. See if I can get this inside. So it's a bit, like I say, it's not something I normally do. What I'm trying to do is film the interior of the bollard. So there we are. I come out, and there we have the strip lighting again, and that thing would have, let's have a look, those are fuses. So those capsules are fuses. So the next thing I'm going to do is pause the video and switch it on. Okay, very unusual this. Bollards don't normally light up when they're lying flat like this, but there you are. And since I'm at a different angle, I might as well attempt to show you the base. So there it is, and there's a piece of wood in there that came with it. So everything is as it should be. This is correct as of the time when I bought this from Triplex, and nothing's been changed apart from the fact I've wired it to a domestic plug and added a couple of extra reflectors. So there's not too much I can say about this. What I will do is I'll put the back on, stand it up, put it back in its place, and show it actually working as it should do in the proper position. So this is it, lit up in the upright position. It's lost some of its colour because of the digital filming that I'm using here, but I wanted to give you an idea what these things look like with a minimum of light. So what I'll do is I'll switch the landing light off, because like I say, it's near my bedroom door, and give you a taste of what it looks like. Now of course it's completely killed all the colour, but you can see just at the bottom a hint of yellow. I love these things because when I was a child, they reminded me of lanterns, which is pretty much why I wanted to collect bollards in the first place. To me they were like lanterns. So that's the main reason for wanting one of these. See if we can put some lights back on here. Okay, there we go. So we've got a bit more colour. So that's it. That's the Triplex HE65 single aspect bollard with stem lighting. And anyway, not much more I can say. Thank you for watching. Bye.